Welcome back to the Rhino JFR commands tutorial. This video is part 2 of this case tutorial. I'll show you how to hollow out this ring with Rhino JFR to reduce gold weight and how to do web rendering with Gemcool. Let's begin today's lesson. In part 1, I showed you how to make this ring. Now let's continue to hollow out the ring. Reducing gold weight is a great way to control costs. Right-click to make a copy in place. Then swap hidden and visible objects. Turn on control points. Then use Select by Circle. Use Scale 2D to scale the control points toward the center. I recommend going more than 0.8 mm beyond the edge, because the hollowing thickness will be about 0.6 mm. Then in the right view, deselect half of the control points on the right side. Rotate counterclockwise until it aligns with the original edge. Adjust the control points on the other side the same way. Switch to the back view. Rotate the control points counterclockwise. Finally, select these control points again and scale them toward the center. Make a copy of the lower half of the ring. Right-click to copy in place. Swap hidden and visible objects. Then bring it back. Scale the inner control points toward the center. Then go to the side view and narrow it toward the center. Turn off Object Axis. Then use JFR Scale to scale the points toward the world center. This way, the scaling center switches to world center when using JFR Scale. Right-click the icon to copy this base shape. Scale the inner control points toward the center. Smoothly connect the ring shanks. Use JFR Union to combine them. Now I'll use this combined shape to create a hollowing object. Click the Auto Hollowing tool. Quality can be around 0.03. Offset thickness 0.6 mm. Then click Preview and wait for generation. There we go. I quickly got a subtractive shape. Hide the original single surface. You can show it again later if you need to edit. Use JFR Sculpt to smooth the mesh. Rebuild the mesh. Lower the smooth brush strength. Turn on X and Y symmetry. Smooth the mesh. Using very low strength won't deform the object's surface. Now the hollowing subtractive shape is ready. Use JFR Subtract to hollow out the inside of the ring. Turn on Boolean Preview to see the final result. Now show the gem cutters again. Use them to subtract the ring. Create a super subtractor. This is the inside after hollowing. After hollowing with JFR Subtract, we can weigh and slice the model directly. Click Weigh. The result is the weight after hollowing. We can also generate slice files directly. Both the slicing result and weight calculation are based on the Boolean preview. Let's check the slice preview. This means we don't have to rely on real Boolean operations. Boolean Preview also works for exporting 3D print models and slices. Finally, we can convert the model to a mesh object and export STL. Use JFR Union. Then click Bool Preview to Mesh Bool. I recommend a size no lower than 0.01. Otherwise, the mesh density will be too high. The lower the value, the more faces the mesh will have. Hide the original single surface first. We can still edit it later. This is the generated mesh model. We can use it for rendering or export STL to other software or for 3D printing. Next, I'll show you how to use Gemcool for web rendering. Now I'll show you how to upload this model to Gemcool for web rendering. First, reduce the mesh face count. Generally, reduce it to below 30%. While keeping the shape unchanged, you can usually get it down to 15 to 20%. Use a low brush strength. Smooth the surface of the ring. Then switch to the Gemcool toolbar. Add a Gemcool material. If we want to upload to Gemcool for rendering, we must use materials from the Gemcool toolbar. Select the model and click Upload. We'll be prompted to log in first. Click the second icon to log in. Enter your Gemcool account. If you are using Gemcool for the first time, you will need to sign up first. If the registration page is not in English, you can switch to English in the top right corner. Then click on Register Account. Choose Email Registration. Fill in the information, verify your email, and finish registration. Go back to JFR and log in. Enter the registered email here. And log in. Select the ring and click Upload. One important note: the more faces your model has, the larger the file, which means slower uploads or even upload failures. In that case, reduce the mesh face count further to speed up uploading. Left-click the QR code to copy the link. Right-click to open it directly in your browser, or scan it with your phone. This is the Gemcool render editor. Left-click and drag to rotate the view. Mouse wheel to zoom in and out. If the editor language isn't English, you can change it in the bottom left corner. On the left side of the editor is the Gemcool material library. Drag a material ball onto the model to apply it. I applied the same material to all gems before uploading, so I can change all gem materials at once. Click the model to adjust material settings on the right, such as material color. Select the gem model. Then change the gem color. The current camera perspective might be strong. We can adjust it in camera settings on the right. Turn on dolly zoom, then use the mouse wheel to zoom. Remember to turn it off after adjusting. Next, adjust the lighting environment. Under Environment, you can switch between different lighting environments. I'll use Environment 10. I recommend fixing the environment direction, so it doesn't rotate when you spin the view. The environment brightness can be lower. I'll set the intensity to 0.85. Next, change the background. Click here to adjust the color. I'll use a dark color. The ring looks floating because there's no ground reflection. Go to Ground Settings. In the Mirror setting, enable Mirror Reflection. Now the reflection is in the wrong place because the ring is below ground. We can select the entire ring in the object tree. Then drag the arrow upward to move it. And place the ring above the ground. Hold right-click to pan the view. Increase the ground size. Lower the intensity. This is how we create depth for the ring on a dark background using mirror reflection. There's also a shadow option. Shadows aren't visible on dark backgrounds, so switch to a light background to see them. In background, set a light color. On light backgrounds, shadows usually give the product a sense of space. Make the ground larger, so the shadow displays fully without clipping. Finally, add some bloom to the ring. Most options here can be kept as default. We don't need to change them. Turn on bloom. The gems will reflect beautiful highlights. Increase the radius and intensity to make the glow stronger. Now the gems look sparkly. Adjust these settings to your liking. When you're done, log in and save your project. Otherwise, your settings will be lost. I recommend logging in with email. My account has an active subscription, so all resources on the left are unlocked. Whether you subscribe depends on your needs. Now save the project in the top right corner. Name and categorize your project. Then click Submit. Saved projects appear here. The free version lets you save up to 3 projects. Delete projects here, and you can save new ones. To continue editing now, just click here. Saved projects can also be shared with clients. Click Publish. Adjust the image ratio. And here is the option to adjust the resolution. Set format to JPG, then export the image. This is the final rendered image. We can also share a link for clients to view. Switch to Share Link. Copy it and send it to others. Click Browse to open the preview in a new window. This is the preview page. On the right, we can quickly switch effects, like change background, or environment. Finally, I'll share how to use the try-on feature. This feature requires a subscription. You can choose whether to subscribe based on your needs. Enable these 2 options. Then save. And preview again. The try-on settings will appear in the preview. First, the image try-on preview. This is a preview of the image effect. This is the 3D try-on effect. I won't demo every feature. Feel free to explore them. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching this far. If this video was helpful to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to us. See you next time.